It's been 3 years. He's dead. Nothing has happened.
It doesn't matter. There's a reason we lock up at night. There's a reason we don't go out the 31st. You didn't see any of it. And seeing it on the news is not the same thing.
I'm Rhonda Massaf from the West Island blog, and I am here with filmmaker Alex Chehrazi. You live in Pointe.
I do, yes.
Okay, now you've come up with something very spooky and very Halloween-y called Samhain. It's a short movie.
It's a short film, yeah. It's a short film. It's an original piece, an original tale that me and my producer, my producing partner, Francesco Giannini, came up with. It's an original piece that takes place in an existing franchise, which would be the Halloween franchise. But it's not really considered a fan film. So it's like you can take certain elements out of our story and it stands on its own.
Okay.
It's new, original characters, original
How
concept.
are you allowed to do that? You're taking a piece of Halloween and doing something with it.
Very good question. I definitely don't have the rights to do that. But the thing is, the way we decided to go about this and structure it is when we try to push the film to festivals, the festivals we reached out to, we tried to see if they accepted any fan fiction type of material.
Okay.
Which is, for us, was a way to like bypass that obstacle.
That quirky franchise payment.
Right, exactly.
There we go.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
pesky as that is.
yeah, and the film, the project is premiering on Thursday, on the 31st, on Halloween, and that's another reason why when we started to develop the film, we said, you know what, let's reach out to a couple festivals that will accept this type of material, but let's push it straight to YouTube because it unfortunately can't reach the bigger festivals due to the fact that it's part of a already
so my
existing
Halloween
franchise.
aficionados out there can check you out on YouTube and they can watch
the film. Yeah, absolutely.
On Halloween night.
Exactly. Yeah.
So get scared, get on YouTube. We will be posting the link in the comments above this for you to be able to follow that only on Halloween night.
Yeah.
Very, very official opening.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Now, this is not your first film. You've done Before I Wake, you've done The Quantum Mind, and now we're doing Samhain, and you have a script on hold, a fully written script that you've done.
Well, actually, it's so what it is. It's a feature film script. Feature film is minimum 90-minute, hour and a half, full length feature runtime.
Basically, what you would go to see at the Coliseum.
Exactly, yeah. Basically, so I've had one that's been on the shelf for a couple years.
Okay.
And now
what's the name of it?
The working title is All Our Sins, but it could easily change. I mean, the script can even change as you develop it.
Are your movies dark, or are they? Because I find your titles Before I Wake, The Quantum Mind, Samhain.
Yeah,
I'm feeling darkness there, man. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I'm okay.
Okay, you're okay, good. Because I gotta make sure
Yeah. But to answer your question, I mean, it's a lot of my work is based off of more or less my favorite decade of film, which is the 70s, late 60s. So it's that.
So they were dark after the 60s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Everybody was no longer stoned, joining reality, and
well,
there we are.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at there are many films. I mean, I'm just throwing out like off the top of my head, Taxi Driver, The Exorcist. There's a lot of content that's very uncensored, and they allowed the creator, the filmmaker, to like they unshackled him, and they were able to the filmmaker was able to do whatever he wanted.
So this is
without
before
restraints.
the age of politically correct.
Exactly, and of franchises and studio meddling and all that stuff. So that's my favorite decade of, or that favorite era of cinema, and my work reflects a lot of that.
Now you work in the day in the film industry. You work at your side hustle is films.
Yeah.
You're working with a lot of people that I've actually met, so it's kind of we're finding out it's a very small world.
It really is, yeah.
How did you get involved in this? How did this happen to you?
Well, to make a long story very, very short,
I've warned him he can't carry on.
Right. He's
a friend of Kevin's, and Kevin carries on.
Just tell me when to stop. But basically, what I did was, I've always been captivated by film since a very young age. I always wanted to be in cinema, but let's just say I come from a traditional family, so the support for art as a career wasn't really there. Like many people that I know. So,
I feel your pain, honey.
Yeah, for sure.
I got sent to secretarial college.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
It's you can't,
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it served us well, but it's not, you're just doing it to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. And, lo and behold, I was working in the service industry, but on the side, I needed to creatively express myself and get stories off of my chest. and put, configure them into film in order to mentally,
Release. It's a release.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I
yeah.
write.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Otherwise, you don't feel. It's like therapy,
Yeah.
So I bought myself a camera, started making small videos, utilizing my friends as actors. Some of them were actually pretty good, but it was just to get that off my chest, but also self-teach myself how to make film.
Okay.
And anyways, fast forward, I went to film school, graduated.
Where'd you go to film school?
Trevis, Montreal. Trevis Institute. It's a private college, great school.
Okay.
A lot of great people and faculty there. And graduated with honors. And then after that, it was just a matter of producing my own work, which was some of the 3 pictures that you mentioned there.
Okay.
Networking with people, and just building from there, and just keep going and just always working. It's never, nonstop.
Okay, so right now it's a side hustle, but you really want it to be your main.
Well, it kind of is like, if this makes any sense. I mean, basically, I've been trying to make it more my.
Your primary.
Yeah, essentially. But like, obviously, when you're producing it, it's money that comes out of your pocket, right? So it's not going to be every month type of thing. You get to, if you're lucky, you're considered lucky if you work on a project at least once a year. So basically, it's just to establish and further establish myself as a filmmaker, and working on more things, whether it's my stuff or whatever, but also making a living off it, in as a day job, which I do currently, and I'm very thankful for it.
All your films to date were self-funded, and the reason the script is on the shelf, the larger script, the full featured film, is on the shelf because it needs a budget. We're speaking to you out there who's interested in filming, budgeting this.
Yeah, give me a call, because basically, so this feature that has been written, that's waiting on the shelf. I'm also actually currently writing another feature script with my writing partner, and we're just trying to flesh everything out, but we're getting there. And again, as an independent filmmaker, you can't jump into a feature, unless you have money coming out of wherever,
right?
And that's not the case. So it's either you start pitching to investors to get that opportunity, or there's grants as an option too. But it's not something that happens overnight.
Can you invite me to your next production?
Absolutely.
So that we can all see
No
that.
question.
All right. Now, speaking of fan films, you have been nominated for the best fan film, and the decision whether you win or not will be this weekend. Tell me about that award.
That's right. Yeah, I was so Samhain. This film. It's actually pronounced the real festivity is pronounced Samhain. But there's a reason why we pronounce it Samhain in this particular picture. If you're a fan of the Halloween franchise, you'll know. But we got selected at the Geek Short Film Festival. It's a small local festival in North Carolina. The festival takes place this Saturday, and we're up for Best Fan Film, which is pretty awesome. When you say we, you mean the whole production, or you mean you and your partner? I like to consider both cast and crew like family, especially even if it could be something small as a 2, 3, 4 day shoot. You bond like family. I believe that. Yeah. I believe that. Yeah. Who will be accepting that award on your behalf? Because you're here. Yeah, unfortunately I can't fly out, as a bit last second, but nobody would necessarily accept it on my behalf. They would just make sure it would get to me. They would just mail me the award. The only thing is, this is just being spoiled and nitpicking. I wish it wasn't... First world, I feel it coming. Right. I wish it wasn't for the recognition as a fan film, because I don't consider it a fan film, but... I don't know what the difference is between a fan film and a small feature film. Fan film is essentially, it's not a common thing, but fan film would be like somebody who loves Harry Potter, Star Wars, and they want to make not even their own version of it, but kind of, and like utilize characters like that people are familiar with. So using all copyrighted material, essentially. And Samhain, despite a couple of elements that you will see in the film, it stands out on its own. New characters, new direction, everything, right? So for me, it was a bit of a crutch that I was only capable of submitting it to fan film categories for certain festivals, but I'll take it. If it gets recognition, all the better. Well, I feel you. I got an Island Award, a West Island blog. I got an Island Award. I'm like, okay. Okay, well, you'll take it, right? There's no sunscreen and there's no towel involved, but I'll take the award, whatever. It's recognition. So no, it was recognition, and it boosts your CV, if you will. For sure. Our business CVs, if you will. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna let you touch base with that film via the YouTube link.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play a little clip now so that Alex is gonna send me a little clip that I'm gonna add on to this video for everybody to see.
Yeah.
And we're gonna let you get a glimpse, and we're gonna hope you're gonna check in with Alex this weekend well, not even this weekend, Thursday night. I am going out Halloweening with Mason, my grandson.
Yeah.
So I will see it when I get back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I actually am gonna convince him to show it to me before. All right, so thanks for coming out.
Pleasure.
Please keep
Thanks
us
for
up to
having me.
date. We love the fact that there's filmmakers on the West Island, and there's quite a few of you. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah.
So keep us up to date.
Yeah.
And good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a
Appreciate
great Halloween, everybody. Spooky, spooky.